Welcome to our proven learning session on understanding CRM job credit. In this session, we will be covering how job credit is applied to jobs in the CRM via proven jobs and the importance of properly maintaining sales relationships to ensure job credit is added and maintained on jobs. We will cover how job credit is applied to jobs in the CRM based on those relationships being added to jobs in proven jobs. We will also review how job credit can be applied by an administrator or removed manually within the job in CRM. We will then review how job credit can be removed automatically from jobs within the CRM based on job credit removal setup. And we will review several scenarios that could impact your salesperson not receiving credit or maintaining job credit and how to avoid this from happening. Now, before we begin the session, let's review a few housekeeping items. All attendees have been muted for the duration of the session to cut down on background noise. Your videos have also been turned off during the session to avoid any visual distractions. The recording of this session will also be available via our PSA Help Library, in addition to our company YouTube channel. Lastly, any questions you may have regarding the content of today's session can be directed to our PSA support team. Support can be reached at support@canmsys.com. So, what is on the agenda for today? In our session, we will be covering the importance of understanding how relationships added to the jobs in proven jobs can affect job credit or not in the CRM job, and how job credit can be taken away via job credit removal setup. We will look at the Relationships tab in proven jobs and how the application of those relationships impact the job in proven CRM. Also, during this session, we will review how CRM administrators can manually add or remove job credit on the job in proven CRM, and we will also look at how job credit is given automatically to the job in CRM based on those relationships being added in proven jobs. And finally, understanding job credit logic will be a key part of this session, so users will understand what is impacting their job credit being given and or removed. Lastly, we will cover off some frequently asked questions on job credit and what factors can affect a job to not get credit to a salesperson when the job syncs from proven jobs to the CRM. Let's get started by explaining what we mean when we say job credit. Job credit in the job in CRM is applied when the job in proven jobs has been updated with contacts and/or organizations that have been added to the job relationships tab with the type referrer. When those relationships are added to the job relationships tab, and they have a salesperson assigned to them at the time of job creation, the salesperson assigned to those relationships will automatically receive job credit within the job in proven CRM. Whether you are creating relationships in proven jobs or proven CRM, every type of organization or contact can be added to a job as a referring type. Some of the more common relationships are your customers, vendors, property managers, agent adjusters, and plumbers. In order to have job credit applied to your jobs, the organization and/or contact must have a salesperson assigned. Applying the salesperson to an organization or contact in either proven jobs or the CRM can be assigned by those who have the permission to do so. But first, within proven jobs, the role must be permissioned with Edit Salesperson on companies and also at the contact level. Without this permission, users will not be able to select from the Salesperson dropdown on Record Create. Let's take a look at the permission required on roles to allow users to select the salesperson on Record Create or updating a record. Navigating to the Settings menu option, selecting Roles, choose the role you wish to edit, selecting Relationships, and then selecting Companies. Your role must have Edit Salesperson for Companies, and then down in Contacts, they must also have Edit Salesperson. Now we are going to navigate to Relationships and either Companies or Contacts. Inside of our record, by clicking on Edit, the Salesperson drop-down will allow our user to select a salesperson. The same can also be done within the contacts within an organization. Within the CRM, users have the ability to create new organizations or contacts and tag the salesperson. Within the Organizations module, users have the ability to select plus new record, and within here they will be able to select the salesperson associated to that record. The same can be done as a contact. Within contacts, the user will have the ability to create a contact record and assign a salesperson to that contact. Within the organization, clicking on Contacts and selecting plus new record, and again we'll have the ability to choose the salesperson. If the salesperson is not tagged at the time of Record Create, then an administrator will need to update the salesperson name. The only exception to this is if the CRM definitions a company administrator has selected an employee or employees to allow them to update a salesperson, whether it is a record that does not have a salesperson assigned or a salesperson needs to be assigned. Let's take a look. Navigating to My Company and coming down to Permissions and selecting Salesperson. Any salesperson selected here will have the ability to update a contact or organization with a salesperson record. The next step to having your salesperson automatically assigned to the Job Relationships tab in Proven Jobs starts within Proven Jobs Company Settings. Within Settings, Company Settings, Jobs, users will want to select the autofill salesperson from referral, company, or contact. Selecting this option will automatically add the salesperson to the Job Relationships tab when a referring company and/or contact are added to the job. Once you have made this selection in Company Settings and your salesperson has been assigned to a company or contact, adding the relationship as the referring company or contact at Job Create or after Job Create is required to have the job credit applied to the job in CRM. This will also assign the salesperson to the job in Proven Jobs. On Job Create, users will have the ability to select from the drop-down for the referring company and the referring contact if applicable. Once the job has been created and the referring company or contact were selected, you can see that those records have been added in the Job Relationships tab. You will also see that the company or contact, when selected on Job Create, have been applied to the job with the type Referrer, and our salesperson has been applied to the Job Relationships tab. Within the job in the CRM, it has synced with the salesperson assigned and our referring company and our referring contact. Within the job in the CRM, you will notice the Relationships tab, and it is broken down into the 3 tabs: Employees, Contacts, Organizations. In here, we can see our salesperson has been assigned. We can also see that our organization has been assigned with the corresponding salesperson. Now let's review the 3 levels of referrals that can be assigned to a job in Proven Jobs. Referral source on a job is defined as how the job was received by the contractor. Referral sources should not contain company or contact names, but should be a generic name such as TPA, subcontractor, property manager, insurance office, internet, or social media. Having a generic bucket for referral sources will allow you to run reports to see where your work is coming from in a more concise report. Too many referral sources can lead to diluted reporting and not give you a clear understanding of where the work is coming from. Referral office is defined as the organization or customer that referred the work. This can be your customer, subcontractor, TPA, insurance company, or property manager. If the referral source is social media such as Google or Angie, then a customer record could be created to apply that record to the job as the type referrer. Again, a referral report can be run by your referring company to show how much work has been received by your referring companies. The referring contact is the person within the referring company that called in the lead to you. If in the case of a job that has come in via a TPA or social media, the referring contact on a job would be blank. Just like the referral source, the referring company and the referring contact will also be visible when running referral reports within either Proven Jobs or in the CRM. The job credit logic was designed to look at several factors relating to referral relationships that can impact if and when a salesperson in the CRM job is to be assigned or not as the salesperson. Let's break that down. The first level is referral source. This level does not have an impact on the job as it relates to job credit. However, it is an integral part of the job as it relates to reporting. In the second level, the job credit logic will look to see if there is a referring contact added to the job and if the salesperson assigned owned the relationship at the time of job create. If there isn't a referring contact added to the job in Proven Jobs, then it would look at the referring company or organization. If there is a salesperson assigned to the referring company and that salesperson owned the relationship at the time of job create, then the salesperson will receive job credit for the job. The third level, the job credit logic, will look to see if a referring contact has been added to the job in Proven Jobs and there is a salesperson assigned to the relationship at the time of job create. Then the job credit logic will give credit to the salesperson assigned from that referring contact. It is important to note that job credit logic will always look at the referring contact to see if there is a salesperson assigned at the time of job create. And if there isn't, then the logic will look to the company or organization that is added as the type refer, and if there is a salesperson assigned. It is also important to remember that adding the relationship manually in the job and proven jobs will not give the salesperson credit in the CRM. The CRM job credit logic is solely based on the addition of records to the job with the type referrer. With all this being said, there are some rules within job credit logic that can impact if the salesperson assigned to those referring relationships should get credit or not in the CRM job. So let's review what can impact whether your salesperson will receive job credit in the job in the CRM. Sales inactivity, manual addition of a salesperson, ownership prior to job create, and job credit removal setup. Sales inactivity. What do we mean when we say sales inactivity? Sales inactivity is when an organization and/or contact has not been updated with approved note topics as determined by the company administrator within the definition settings in the CRM. The company administrator can select from the list of marketing topics that have been defined in definitions to be approved topics for their sales team to use when adding notes to organizations or contacts. When selected and the organization or contact are updated with these topics, it will keep that record in a state of active. Administrators have the ability to set what they consider to be the inactivity threshold. Within the definitions in Proven CRM, they can define the number of days that an approved note topic must be used on organizations or contacts to ensure that record remains active. They can set the alerts in the number of days for the assigned salesperson to get alerts either in the CRM dashboard, the notification bell, or by email. If the records are not updated within this threshold setup, then that record will be considered inactive. To ensure that your sales team stays up to date with records that have fallen inactive and the email option is selected in alerts and notification setup, a report will be sent to the owner of those records daily indicating how long they have been inactive, and what note topic was used that made that record fall into an inactive status. As previously mentioned, manual addition of a salesperson will not sync to Proven CRM. As you can see, our job salesperson did not update in the CRM due to the manual addition of sales in the job in Proven Jobs. Company administrators, however, do have the ability within the CRM to apply manual credit, simply going into the job, selecting job credit, and assign job credit, filtering by the employee to assign the job credit to, and selecting and answering yes to our question. Now, also, the administrator does have the ability to remove that credit if it has been given. Please note, though, that this manual addition of a salesperson to the job in the CRM via job credit will override any future changes to the job referring relationships in proven jobs with a salesperson assigned to those relationships. For example, if the CRM administrator gives manual credit to a job for a salesperson, and then a referring relationship is added to the job, but the salesperson assigned to that referring relationship is different than the salesperson manually assigned to the job in CRM, the salesperson assigned to the job in the CRM via the administrator giving manual credit will remain, and the administrator will need to change the salesperson manually again in the job in CRM. Ownership of relationships prior to job create. Earlier in this session, it was mentioned that the salesperson must own the referring relationship prior to job creation in order for that salesperson to receive job credit in the CRM. Let's take a look at that one, what that means. This job was created on June 16th of this year. If you add a referring relationship to the job where the relationship was created after the job create, the salesperson assigned will show up in the job in proven jobs, but it will not show a salesperson assigned to the job in the CRM. Let's go ahead and add a contact to our job. You can now see that I have added my referring contact and the salesperson has been assigned. If I navigate back over to the CRM, you'll see my referring office and my referring contact did update. However, my salesperson did not. The reason my salesperson in the CRM did not get credit is because this record was created well after the job was created. So we really want to pay attention to relationship create. The last key factor in job credit not being applied is the job credit removal setup. Within the definitions in Proven CRM, the company administrator has the ability to set up what we call job credit removal. So what exactly does this mean? In here, the company administrator can set the number of days in which the logic is going to look backwards to check if the referring company or contact added to the job in Proven Jobs where there is an assigned salesperson, and that record is up to date with the addition of approved note topics. In our example here, the number of days that the job credit removal is going to check backwards is 15 days, and it is also going to look at jobs that have been received from June 1st, 2024 going forward. If a job is created after June 1st and a referring record is added to the job in Proven Jobs, the logic is going to check on the referring record, whether it is of the referring company or contact, and if any approved note topic has been applied. If no approved note topic has been used on a note 15 days earlier, then job credit will be removed. It is important to remember that those approved notes must be entered by the assigned salesperson for the job credit to remain. If the notes were added by another user, even if they used an approved note topic, job credit can be removed as it wasn't the assigned salesperson adding the activity. In our example job, you can see where job credit was originally given to an organized salesperson based on the organization assigned. but then job credit logic ran and it removed the credit based on note inactivity. It should also be noted that the salesperson assigned to the referring record will immediately get job credit after job create within CRM, but when the job credit logic runs overnight and processes, if the referring record is not up to date that initially gave the salesperson credit, then job credit will be removed. So let's take a look at some of the frequently asked questions. Our first question, I added myself as salesperson on the job relationships tab, but I don't see my name as salesperson on the job in CRM. This question gets asked a lot. If you remember earlier in the session, I mentioned that manually adding the salesperson to the job in Proven Jobs will not sync and add the salesperson to the job in the CRM. Salesperson will only be applied to the job in the CRM by adding the organization and/or contact to the job as the type referrer. Question 2. I have added my insurance office to the relationships tab to the job in Proven Jobs, but they are not showing in the job in the CRM as the referring company. This too is a question that is often asked. Customers assume that adding their relationships to jobs in Proven Jobs such as the insurance office or adjuster office and the contact with those types insurance office will update the job in the CRM as the referring organization or contact. That is not the case for the CRM job. Those relationships will need to be added again as the type referrer. Question 3. I added the referring company and contact to the job in Proven Jobs as the type referrer, but the salesperson did not update in the CRM job. The answer to this question could have a number of reasons why the salesperson did not update the job in the CRM. One could be that the salesperson was not assigned to the organization or contact record that is added to the job relationships tab. Another could be that there is a salesperson assigned to the referring company or contact, but they did not own the relationship at the time of job create. If this is a new relationship, it is recommended to make the relationship first in Proven Jobs or the CRM prior to job creation. One other reason is that the CRM has had the job credit removal logic set up in company settings, and the referring record that was applied to the job did not have up-to-date approved activities applied to it, so the job credit removal logic removed the salesperson from the job in the CRM. The removal of the salesperson in the job in CRM by job credit removal will not remove the salesperson from the job in Proven Jobs. That concludes our session today on understanding job credit within Proven CRM. If you have any questions, please be sure to reach out to our support team at support@canamsys.com and they will be happy to assist you. Thank you.